You need to stop living a boring, unenergetic life and wonder why things don't work out the way you want or expect. You must demand more out of life and the quantity of life and the quality of life experiences and opportunities that you want to take advantage of. Hi, welcome back to my channel. So the first thing I want to talk about in terms of demanding more out of life is commitment versus goals and resolutions. I believe that commitments are really what you end up getting out of life. Whatever you commit to is exactly what you're going to get out of life. Now, I know it's the beginning of the year. A lot of people are setting goals and expectations for the year, and there's nothing wrong with that. But I think one step of that process that people often forget about is making sure that they're committed to the goals and resolutions and expectations that they set to themselves. Because it's one thing to set a goal, but unless you're committed to actually achieving that goal, chances that you actually achieve it or achieve it to the level that you hoped for, you end up falling short. Sometimes having goals is not enough. And sometimes you don't resonate with your resolutions enough to maintain them and make the habit long enough. For any and everything you want to achieve in life, you have to commit to doing the work necessary required to actually make it happen. And that's what a commitment necessarily is. When you get married, you're committing to that person, you're committing to that relationship. You're making a promise or a vow that no matter what, you're going to work it through with this person. This is the person that you are picking to go through life with. You are committed to nurturing that relationship. That's part of what being married is. And marriage is a whole different topic for a whole nother video, because from what I hear about the state of the dating world, it is not looking good. But whenever you make a commitment, you're going into contract with yourself and whoever you make that commitment to, that you are agreeing to do what it takes to fulfill your side of what you're agreeing to. If you make the commitment that you want to lose X pounds a year, or you want to go to the gym X times a year, or whatever you make your commitment to, you are making that commitment to yourself that you are going to show up, go to the gym the amount of times that you said you were going to go, eat the way you said you were going to eat, do what is necessary to reach that goal. So that means stop eating sweets. That means moving your body more. That means maybe taking supplements, maybe consulting with a nutritionist, maybe doing what it takes to actually reach that goal. Instead of just putting it out there in the world like it's going to happen if you don't make any difference. And also not only doing the work, but sticking with it consistently enough to maintain the results. You don't just lose weight one time and then you never have to work out again. Working out becomes part of your lifestyle. It becomes what you do to either maintain a certain physique or a certain goal, or to keep going, to surpass those goals that you set for yourself. So along with setting goals and setting resolutions and concocting these dreams that you have for your life, part of what the making it a reality step is committing to the work that is necessary to actually get there. It's not enough to just say you want to make 6 figures a year. You need to commit to the actions that are required to getting to 6 figures a year in income, getting to $1 million in income, developing the skills and the mindset to get you to that step, but also maintain that level as your new standard. So the first point is definitely, when you set goals, you need to commit to the actions that are required to reach those goals. So commitments are just one step further to getting to your goal and achieving what you want to achieve. Now, if you don't adhere to your commitments, you're only going to feel bad about yourself because you're telling yourself that you don't do what you say you're going to do. And you're going to start to lose self-respect for yourself, because you're not doing the things that you said you were going to do. You're not adhering to the commitments that you set for yourself and for other people's. And this is part of why a lot of people, when they're getting into fitness, like a personal trainer. Because with a personal trainer, they're keeping you committed to the goals that you said you wanted to achieve. They're keeping you committed to the intensity of your workout that you said you wanted to do so you can reach your goal. They're keeping you committed to showing up every day, at least for whatever frequency you decide. So you're actually showing up and going to the gym and helping you build that habit. They are an external commitment that help you stick to what you say you're going to do and reach your goal. And some people need that. Maybe you need a life coach that's going to help you stay committed to the personal and professional development goals that you need. Maybe you need a relationship goal so you can stay committed to the goals that you set for what you want your relationships to look like. There are different ways that you can externalize that commitment until it becomes a habit, or you can give yourself that job of saying, I'm going to be committed to this, and this is what I'm going to do to ensure I stay committed to whatever you commit to. You can be your own personal coach. You can be your own life coach. You can be your own personal trainer. But you are also giving yourself the responsibility of staying committed. And maybe you need to develop systems in place so that it's easier for you to stay committed and you don't get trapped going back to the old way that you used to do things. So if you're looking to go to the gym, maybe you need to start setting your workout clothes first thing in the morning. So the first clothes you see is your workout clothes. Now, once you put them on, that's half the battle. Now you just have to go there. Maybe you need to live in a place where the gym is 5 minutes away if it's not in your community or complex or whatever. You need to make it as easy as possible to stick to those commitments. So half of the battle of getting over the resistance of having to go to the gym, find gym clothes, all of that, you've already solved for that problem. And now you just need to focus on, if you do everything on autopilot, you'll still reach your goal. So your clothes are already set out. You don't have to worry about finding gym clothes. You live close enough to the gym where the commute to the gym is so short that you don't lose motivation to go. Figure out what you're going to work out, whether create a workout schedule, or maybe you're just focusing on cardio right now. Commit to that. So every time I go to the gym, I'm going to do 30 minutes on the treadmill, 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, 30 minutes on the elliptical, and I can leave. And just by starting there, you'll be further ahead towards achieving your goal if your goal is to be fit, to lose a certain number of pounds. Because once you start building that habit, that kind of habit compounds, because then you start to get more into nutrition and how you can eat to be better aligned when you go to the gym, and what kind of supplements you can take to make your workouts better. And now you're just consuming healthier things because you want to make sure that when you get to the gym, you're optimizing your performance in the gym as well. And by focusing on something like that, that's going to translate into your performance at work, into how you show up in your relationships. All of that is going to start to get better because you're doing what you say you're going to do. You're showing yourself that you can stay committed and fulfill your commitments. So all of that is just going to compound, and soon where you are today is going to be way better and further ahead than where you were 6 months ago. Just because you're doing different things and you're proving to yourself that you are who you say you are, you do what you say you're going to do, and you're building self-trust and confidence with yourself. So that's the first point, is be committed to your goals and your resolutions. Be committed to what it takes, to the work you have to do to reach your goals and actually make your New Year's resolutions a habit. The second point is strive for excellence. There are a lot of people nowadays, especially as technology makes our lives easier, there are a lot of people nowadays that just do the bare minimum. And there could be a lot of reasons for that, but they don't do the best that they can possibly do in things and then wonder why they don't achieve what they want to achieve. They don't fulfill their hopes, dreams, and desires because they don't realize that they're not giving enough effort to make it happen, to become the person that they need to be for those things to flow into their life, to see those opportunities, to be able to even take advantage of those opportunities. So it's not enough to just get something done. You need to strive to do your best in everything you do. And there's a quote, and I'm not sure who says it, but there's a great quote that I try to remind myself of when I notice I'm starting to slip on my own standards. And that quote is, how you do anything is how you do everything. And it is so true. And you can see this anywhere in life. Pay attention to the people that are lazy, that have issues with their weight, that may not be the cleanest. Pay attention to how they show up in other areas of their life. Maybe they're lazy. They like to sit around all day watching Netflix, eating junk food. Do you think they're the highest performer at their job? Do you think that they're working out regularly? Pay attention to that person that always wants to take the easy way out, is always looking for the easiest way to do things because they want to go back to scrolling on their phone, sitting around scrolling on TikTok. Are they fit? Are they the highest performer? Are they somebody that you want to look up to? Now, on the flip side of that, think about the people that you do look up to. Are they fit? Do they care about their health and their wellness and their fitness? Are they also high performers? Do they have a lot of money? It's all related. So these good habits and these commitments that you set with yourself, they start to compound and then they start to affect multiple areas of your life. And while, yes, you may have someone that's not in the best physical shape, that may not be the most high performing, but they have a lot of money. But the people that are worth looking up to care about their health and fitness, have a lot of money, either have good relationships or are conscious of their shortcomings in their relationships and actively do what's necessary to improve their relationships. And it's what I've noticed is it's easier to succeed in multiple areas of your life after you start succeeding in one. So if you commit to yourself to go to the gym 5 days a week and you actually start going to the gym 5 days a week, whenever you set other goals in other areas of your life, it's easier to achieve those because you already are building the habit of doing what is required to reach your goal. And when you know, okay, if I do this well, I'm training my brain and my body to do well whenever I'm in a situation. If I do well on the most mediocre and most mundane task, whenever I have a hard thing to do, I already know my standard is going to be much higher than those around me. Because I give it my all every time, no matter how hard or easy it is, I still give it my all. Like if I were to die today, I'll die knowing that I gave it my all on everything I did that day. And that's how you have to go through life. And that's another thing, that the more you do that and the more things and situations and experiences and opportunities you approach that way, your life can only go up. It can only get better from there. So remember, how you do anything is how you do everything. Point 3, raise your standard. Too many of you accept the bare minimum from yourself and then wonder why you get the bare minimum from other people. Your standards are just too low. That's it. You want people to do things for you. You want people to gift you things. You want certain experiences out of life. You want certain quality material things. You want certain relationships. You want certain dynamics in your relationships. You have these expectations, but what you actually accept is way lower than that. And that doesn't make sense because you want these things out of life, but you're accepting way less. And you need to accept the bare minimum of at least getting exactly what you want. Your bare minimum cannot be less than exactly what you want. And if you get more, great. But at least you got exactly what you want. So you think you have these high standards when really your standards are what you accept, what you have, what you're willing to receive. Those are your real standards. So if you want to own lots of cars, but you don't take care of the car that you have, then how can you manage having multiple cars? You're not proving to yourself that you can manage the responsibility of having multiple cars. If you want to own a business, but you don't manage your time well, you don't stick to your commitments, you don't do what's necessary to actually grow a thriving business, how can you ever think that you'll become the person that can manage a high profit business if you're not doing the things that are necessary to build a high profit business? You have to become the person that is worthy of receiving those things, that can handle the responsibility of those things. To whom much is given, much is required. So if you want big things, you got to be the person that is capable of managing big things, which means you have to raise your standard. You can't accept mediocre behavior from other people. You can't accept mediocre output from yourself. You can't accept mediocre performance from yourself and others around you. You have to demand the best from yourself and those around you if you want to be the best. And that's it. Last point of this video is be open to more experiences. And I know I touched on this previously, but you have to be open to new experiences. If you want to grow in life, if you want things to change, you have to be comfortable and develop the ability to be comfortable with discomfort, pain, and uncertainty. And a great way to get out of your comfort zone and get comfortable being uncomfortable and get comfortable with pain and the feelings of uncertainty is to open yourself to new experiences and different ways of doing things. You're not going to die because you're uncomfortable. You're not going to die from temporary pain. You're not going to die from uncertainty. It's not going to kill you. And the reason I know it's not going to kill you is because after watching this video, you're not going to let those things stop you from doing what you want to do and having the life that you want to have. You have to decide that you're not going to let discomfort, pain, and uncertainty stop you from living the life you want to live and accomplishing the goals that you set for yourself. The best medium for learning that lesson is fitness, getting healthy, going to the gym, showing up for yourself, and striving to become the healthiest, fittest person that you can be. Getting in shape. You learn so much just by getting into fitness that it automatically starts to translate in other areas of your life. If you don't go to the gym consistently and regularly, you're not going to achieve the fitness goals that you want. That's it. What you put into the gym is what you get out of the gym. And once you learn that lesson and actually start to apply it to your life, you'll start to apply that same energy to other aspects of your life. If you start to understand, okay, I need to grow this business, I need to put a certain level of time, effort, patience, maybe money into this business if I wanted to get where I needed to get. And there's no debating. There's no, well, I could give it this. I can show up once a month, maybe sometimes twice a month. I can do whatever I want, and then eventually it'll grow. No, because you're going to learn from going to the gym that you're not going to get the results that you want without consistently putting effort into it. So you're going to have to get comfortable with maybe using machines you've never used before. You have to get comfortable with maybe switching out your workout, doing different things, trying different things in the gym until you start to get the results that you want. And then now you're just maintaining those results. But you also have to learn patience. Certain things just take time. That's it. So you put in the work every day and then let time compound your efforts. You learn that when you start with fitness. Now imagine you're getting fit, you're going to the gym regularly, you decide to start a business. You're already building the discipline and mental fortitude to be able to start building a business. Now you're starting to get successful in your business. You're starting to build traction in your business. You already are becoming the person who receives those things, that has a fit body, because you wouldn't get a fit body without going to the gym consistently, without working out consistently. And whatever working out works for you, that works for you. You could be running, you can be mountain biking, whatever works for you, as long as you're doing consistently and showing up. And imagine how that can change the way you show up in your relationships, the way you show up in your community. It all starts to stack on each other. At the end of the day, you have to be committed to demanding more out of yourself and out of life. With the quality and quantity of experiences that you choose to have, by raising your standard, by striving for excellence in everything you do, you have to stay committed to doing what you say you're gonna do. And that's it for the video. So you can have exactly the life that you want to live. You can create the reality that you want to experience, but it starts with demanding more out of yourself and who you show up to be, and the kind of actions that you take and the kind of goals that you strive to achieve, but also demanding more out of the experiences that you choose to have, having more experiences, as well as the opportunities that you take and strive for out of life. But it's up to you. And I hope this video motivated you to get off your ass and actually start working towards creating the life that you want to live. Thank you for tuning in to another video. I do hope you enjoyed it. Leave us a comment below and let us know one key takeaway or one thing you're going to do differently after watching this video. And don't forget to turn on those notifications so you don't miss any other videos or content coming up from us. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and always do what is required.